Unspoken Culture.
What's going on, everybody? This is Alfred the Butler. Got my main man with me, Professor X.
Yo.
And this right here is Unspoken Culture.
Get it.
A lot of things been going on in the sports world, man. I think we're going to jump right into it. Shady McCoy, LeSean McCoy, girl was accused him of domestic violence, and her friend actually posted a picture on Instagram, and she accused him just viciously beating her, kicking her dog. X, what's your thoughts on that, man? Just the whole story. It's a crazy story.
Well, first of all, it's not the first time we've heard of something like this. Not as far as the specifics goes, but it seems like every offseason we got some NFL player, and it always happens to be like a star or like a former Pro Bowler at that. Just seems to get themselves caught up in these situations with these ex-girlfriends, and just their previous relationships always seem to haunt them. And as you see now, the story with Shady McCoy, it's just a lot of gruesome things you just don't want to hear from a guy that we all thought was a good guy. And none of the reports that come out have been confirmed or to be 100% true. It's all just like you said, allegations and speculation. But just to hear somebody like LeSean McCoy's name being dragged in the media and being portrayed like he is now, whether he's guilty or innocent, it's just unfortunate because it happens a lot with these NFL stars,
And I like the way that you touched on it, saying LeSean McCoy, because he is the biggest star to ever be named.
Really?
6-time Pro Bowl, 2-time All-Pro. But after the allegations came forward, the reason we beginning the show with this is because it's a very weird case. Because the moment the Instagram post was posted, obviously, everybody was calling for his head. He needed to be out of the league for a full investigation even started.
Twitter reacts.
Exactly. And it showed that police came out and said that it was during a home invasion where she sustained most of these injuries. But then now she's saying that he set her up. Obviously, man, it's proven until...
Who do you believe, man?
Hey, I'll let the investigation play out, man. Because I can remember back in 2006 when the Duke lacrosse team was accused of rape.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, man, they was raked through the coals, man. The media, everybody, public perception, everybody thought they were guilty.
Time for that
I mean, but even we could take it back to the NFL, man. Richie Incognito. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Doing that whole bully scandal.
It
turned out it wasn't even as bad as most people thought it was.
Or Jonathan Martin was over-exaggerating the situation to a certain extent. So.
And it's always funny how the allegation gets a full page, but the retraction only gets a sentence.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the allegations and speculations carry more weight than the actual truth.
When the evidence come out, however they decide,
right.
And
then if he's guilty, LeSean McCoy, obviously he deserves whatever kind of punishment from the NFL. But the thing is, with the NFL, they could suspend him now just based off of allegations. That's usually what they're...
I don't like that, though.
I don't like that
either. I don't like it either because it kind of
goes
against our whole justice system.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't like LeSean McCoy.
No?
And it has nothing to do with football reasons,
Just the player?
I just remember, man, when Colin Kaepernick first started that kneeling situation, and he was saying how Colin Kaepernick wasn't a good enough player to be worth the distraction.
Wow.
For a team to even sign him. And then I just remember him getting in a fight over with a couple of off-duty cops, I should say.
Yeah, that's right.
And they sued him for over a $350 bottle of champagne. He a douchebag, man.
So he's got that reputation.
He's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. So I'm not rooting for him, but I'm not really, I can really care less. But,
hopefully the girl's okay. Hopefully, everything works out.
It's a real toxic situation. But, we just want to share our thoughts on that, man. It's the off-season for the NFL, so ain't really much to talk about. But we did want to touch that subject, man, before we dive back into the NBA, man, and Summer League.
Yes, sir.
Summer League, man. That's your forte. This is what you want to talk about. So,
yeah, man.
What you think about it so far?
Just, man, are you not excited? You just watching Summer League. You see Colin Sexton. He finished with 17 last night. You see Trae Young. He had a couple games where he went off. He had one game where he had 7 threes. Scoring 20 plus. Even though I still don't know about Trae Young's game, but you see guys like Ayton and Bamba getting blocks, high key, high energy alley oops. It's almost like this draft to me is almost comparable to the 03 draft. Now I won't say there will be a LeBron James that's come out of this draft, because obviously the 03 draft produced the best player in the world and some of the greatest talent we've seen. But hey, I think in 3 or 4 years, I think the guys that were selected in this draft will probably going to end up being some of the biggest stars, in the NBA. So that's just my thoughts on it. What do you think about
Okay. I can care less about some league.
that?
None of this transitions into the next level. I mean,
Right. It is summer league.
I looked at the top 5 scorers of last year's summer league. Jason Tatum wasn't in it. Donovan Mitchell wasn't in it. I mean, obviously you do the eye test, so you can obviously see who plays. I see Kevin Knox for the Knicks. He averaged 21 and 6.
Yeah, I forgot
during the summer league. Trae Young averaged 17 and 7. And then Mo Bamba, he averaged 8 and 6. I think he'll be a lot better in the regular season.
I think he'll be better. But I think too, these guys like the stars don't really play but a couple games, or not even a couple games, but they don't play as much as the other guy because I feel like they've already got their spot on the team and other people are just trying to make the squad.
And Steph Curry had a horrible summer league.
Yeah, he did. I remember
horrible
that.
summer league, and look where he at now. So I mean, I don't really play too much. I had posed a question to you, and I said, can the NBA?
That's right.
Gain ground or eventually take over the NFL as the most popular sport. Now, hear me out. Yeah. I have a theory now. Okay. I think they will because not due to the anthem or lower viewerships because of that or due to all this protesting. Yeah. I think it's because of social media. Mm-hmm. Now, hear me out. LeBron James currently has 39 million followers on Instagram. Okay. When you consider Tom Brady the best player in the NFL, he only has 4 million. Kevin Durant, he deactivated his account for a minute and reactivated. Now he has 10 million. Aaron Rodgers currently has 800,000. So the NBA, is so good.
Odell Beckham, though?
Odell Beckham, I mean, he's the only one. Odell Beckham, I think, got 11 million followers. Antonio Brown, you consider him toe-to-toe or maybe just as good, right? Has 2 million.
That's crazy.
Steph Curry has 21 million followers.
Jeez.
So I feel, and this is my hot take, I should say, if the NBA had a college schedule for 29 games, now not 82, 29, or they had a game once or twice a week, I think that'd be the biggest
ticket in town.
Because it's all about sense of urgency. Why would you? Yeah, LeBron James is could be the biggest athlete in the world. Michael Jordan. You know Michael Jordan before you know anybody in the NFL, but it's 82 games compared to 16 games. I mean, think about it. Two games a week, and that's all we could talk about. The NBA would overtake just due to popularity because they know how to market their stars. And I think the NFL is so good at just putting the shield first and the league first. That's okay, but now you see the damage it causes when the brand is damaged due to like Colin Kaepernick and how all majority of the America doesn't like the protesting. Right. So. Yeah, that's my hot take. What's your thought on that?
Now, I will agree with you on a lot of points because you made a lot of good points. I do feel like, yes, the NBA, the players have all the popularity in the pool. So, it really doesn't surprise me that they probably have, 20s and tens of millions of followers more than NFL. And plus, the NFL, you got your helmet on. The NBA, you can, you're a little bit more exposure. You can see them. It's just the biggest ticket in town. And even just being from Jacksonville, you can see the impact that it has, on there. You look at a city like Orlando, you don't think of the Orlando Magic when you think of Orlando. You think of Disneyland, you think of the theme parks, and then maybe the Magic might come in there. But when you think of Jacksonville, automatically you think of, they got an NFL team in Jacksonville.
I think every show has one thing in common, and that's Carmelo watch. We're always talking about Carmelo. So contract was just bought out by Oklahoma City. I heard a report says he has 3 teams he's interested in: Houston, Miami, Lakers. Who you got?
Honestly, he should go to Miami. And I ain't saying that because you're a Miami fan and to get you happy today. Okay, if you look at the Lakers, he's not going there. We've already discussed that. Like even how much LeBron's a good friend and wants him.
Let me just help you out. They got LeBron, Brandon Ingram, and Kyle Kuzma all playing the same position.
Exactly. Okay. There you go. That pretty much says it right there. They're not going to give up Kuzma for a Melo. So,
okay, you know I love my Heat, man. So I got stats on them already. They had their 2 small forwards they had was James Johnson. He averaged 10 points. Justin Winslow averaged 8.
Terrible.
Okay, but he plays defense. That Melo don't.
He does.
Okay, what about Houston Rockets though? They lost Trevor Ariza.
I just think
Luka Mamba Bute. Saying that correct, went to the Clippers.
The Rockets. I think first of all, just to speak on the Rockets are not making smart moves right now. Like they're giving up Trevor Ariza, Luka Mute, like you're giving up.
Well, they couldn't afford him. Remember, Chris Paul took the max. They didn't want to give him the max,
and that's why I did not want to give Chris Paul the max because they're going to take Melo, right? he's going to go to Houston thinking that's going to win them a championship, but it's just not going to work out because of what you just said. He doesn't play defense.